organized here. Got several little things going on today. 3 little projects, almost one right on top of another. First off, I was going to call attention to an unboxing. I'll take this off of here. Let's see if we can put him over there, finish him up later. I've got a couple of things I need to do. Let me see if I can find. I just got them in. Where are the eyes? Here they are. Godzilla. Okay. Got to put one of the Godzillas over here, because I promised my friend Kyle that I would do one for him. So we're going to get this done in a minute. I'm going to put that off to the side. But before I do that, I got to do an unboxing. I got a box from Dwayne Mullet yesterday in the mail. And this is a sculpt that he did. And I told him if he were to send me one of these, I would paint it and promote it for him. And so that's exactly what I'm doing right now. The guy's name is Dwayne Mullet. If you guys remember, a while back he had a friend of his that was doing some Texas Chainsaw, a Leatherface, and another one. And he was trying to do that, and it wasn't working out so well for him for whatever reason. So this is one that he's done himself. He sculpted this from clay, molded it, cast it. I've seen him do the entire process, almost virtually start to finish. So this is one that he's done exclusively himself. There are other versions out there, but this one is his. This is a Freddy versus Jason, which I'm so-so on the look, but the fact that he did his own version and did a mask of it by himself is what I'm kind of looking at. Wow. Even comes with hair. I think Dwayne's cat or dog got into the thing. Anyway, it's a small head bust. It's more or less a display thing. I can try to put it on, but without cutting it, I don't think it's going to fit. So this is a smaller display thing. But this is, like I said, this is his Freddy vs. Jason version. So I believe that's what it is. I believe that's right. If I'm mistaken, let me know. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But you didn't sign it anywhere on here. Usually you would put signatures and stuff on it. But it's got a little Dremel work needs to be done to it. But pretty decent. Not a bad look. It is, like I said, it is a smaller mask. I'm going to use this, paint this up, likely foam it for display. I don't have a versus mask other than this one, which I think is, it's kind of a knockoff. I think I got this from a convention. The guy in Florida is selling these for like 25 bucks. And I bought one at a convention. I forget the guy's name. Something 13, something or other. But it's not a bad mask. But your standard elastic band hockey mask will fit over it. I just have to paint it up. And that's a cheap China hawk. You know, it was like 25 bucks. I thought, nah, might as well have it, you know. But we'll set that up. This guy's name is Wayne Mullet. I'll tag him in the posting below. I don't know where all this hair comes from, Dwayne. Cat hair or something. Anyway, this will get put off over here to the side for the moment. I've got a number of paint projects to do. Alright, now we're going to focus on this for Kyle Lundermark. I told him I was going to do the Godzilla eyes live. Oh yeah, wait a minute. One moment. I forgot. I poured up eye molds last night. And these new silicone molds, I did a test for one and the other. And I want to see how they come out on these silicone molds. There are two molds. And this one is not, this is a half mold. This is your standard half mold. So I did not put the screw base in this thing. I just poured leftover resin in to see what it would do, how it will come out. Not bad. Just your standard 26 millimeter, 25 millimeter iPhone. So that's the basic one. This is the one that I did up to put on the stand and paint up. So I've actually got, ooh, how do you get this out? Shit. I have to pull this out with a whatchamacallit, not a pliers, but I need like a pair of vice grips or something. There's a screw, but there we go. Oh! Alright, this one can't really see that well, I don't think, but there's some in-depth detail in that. And you see how the iris and the pupil and everything is well defined. It's got Vaseline on it. But this is definitely one of the first eye pulls outside the 7 that I have that will be painted up. All I do is basically unscrew that right there. Clean that off. Put that on the little painting stand, and then I'll get to painting this up a little bit later on. And do a little bit of flashing, cleaning, and that type of thing. Buffer. I still need to get a jeweler's buffer tool, which is basically what that is a tabletop thing, and it's got 2 little wheels on the side that have like buffer rags on them. And then once I get this painted up, I can do the polishing of it. So that gets set off to the side. Now, here we go to the Godzilla thing. I told Kyle I would do the eye presentation for him. And I'm going to try to get this mailed off to him this week. I've gotten kind of behind eyes here. Let's show you guys what they look like. Those are the Godzilla eyes. So what I'm going to do is I pre-drilled the holes, but I don't know exactly how well they are. They might need to be done more so. Yep, they do need to be done more so. So I have to get the Dremel out and do a little bit more work on these eyes. And then right behind this one, I've got Ailes up on the wall there that I'm going to do for him as well. Then do a little redefining on the mouth and the teeth and eyes and finish it up. I apologize for this noise. I know it's not the most pleasant sound. What we're going to do is try to set these eyes in here if the space is big enough. It needs to be a little bit wider at the top. Once these eyes get put in here, jeez Louise. A little bit more, just a hair bit more. That should do it. This is the same eyes I've been using on all of them. But for some reason, they don't really want to fit. Or maybe it's because it's been a long time since I've done one. Yeah. Still got a little bit of dremeling to do on one side. Now, the way I position these, I don't do it with the eyes coming out sideways. I position them to where they kind of look front and forward a little bit. Kind of like a deer mount. Because the eyes don't directly sideways on the animal. They're positioned front and forward a little bit. And that's the problem with this, is trying to get it to set in here where it can do that. It's going to require a little bit of Dremel work. This is a little bit harder than what I thought it was because this one is not a... About got it. I got it a little bit. Thing is, I've taken some epoxy putty after I put this eye in and mold it and shape it within the socket to make it look natural. There's a little bit more sculpting as well. Once it's done. Shoot. Just dropped it. And it rolled somewhere. There it is, right there on the floor. Alright. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Come on now. I don't want to make it too deep. The eyes don't need to be really recessed back that far. But I cannot find the spot at the moment. Dadgummit. I'm going to have to cut this up a little bit. Sorry if this is hard on you guys' ears. I got it locked in now. There we go. Got him. Got him. So I put a little epoxy glue in there and set it in there, but it's going to set just nicely. Got a little bit of backfill to do. Dadgummit. There again, Brian Minnick, if he's watching, he can testify that just like setting deer eyes in a deer mount, you have to Dremel place, Dremel place, Dremel place, mark off, Dremel place, epoxy, sculpt, detail, then set, dry, paint. Alright, here we go. Finally got an eye set in there. So there's the eye set right there. I got to epoxy that in. Position it just a little bit better. Put some epoxy in there, fill that up, set that eye in there. Then paint detail, and then I'm going to, of course, go give this another paint. Do a little bit more detail on the mouth and stuff. This is one that I couldn't sell because it's quote-unquote a defective one. So my friend Kyle Lundemark Um, I've been wanting one for a while, so I told him I'd just give him one, this one, because I sell it. I think it'd be a good gesture for somebody who really likes it. And Kyle's also been having some trouble, personal problems. So I figured this would brighten his day, maybe make things a little bit better for him. So when he's having a bad day or something like that, he can look up on the wall, see this. Maybe he'll kick his spirits up a little bit. So, just kind of a little gesture of kindness for him. Now, what I want to do is, I don't know if I want to do that. There was this other stuff I was using. I don't know where it is. Where's my other stuff? Well, I thought I had two-part epoxy in there, but I guess I'll have to break open this magic scope. This is also a taxidermist tool. I bought a small batch of it. This is a two-part epoxy, like a clay, if you will, that we use to set eyes and animal mounts. And sculptors can use this for different things. I bought it for the eye sets and the resin bust as well. And basically it comes in a two-part. It's a white resin, and then this is a hardener. And you just take equal amount of the stuff. And it comes in like a clay form. So I can just pinch off a little bit. Not sure exactly how much I'm going to need, but I'm going to just take off a piece like that. And pinch off a little piece of this one, which is the hardener. It works a lot like Bondo, to be honest. But it's a putty. It's a hardener. It's a two-part putty. Works in clay form. And just take that and you kind of mesh it together and mix it up and just mash it together and fold it like silly putty. Any of you guys out there old enough to remember that? It's like silly putty. I may have too much here. I don't know. What I do is pinch off a piece, put it behind the eye, put it in the socket, push that eye in place. Then I have to take some of the sculpting tools and mold some in and around the eye socket to form with it. Let me get my tools. I'll be right back. That's my table over there. So what I do is just put it in there and take a little of this putty and put it in and around the eye and shape and form and make the eyelid and the inversion of the eye itself. The eye socket, pupils. Just kind of sculpt that around there and fill it in a little bit. Y'all can't see what I'm doing. There we go. You put it in there and just kind of putty it. And you have to fill it in. Once you fill it in, you let it dry. Try to get a lid shape on this. Smooth it out. Roll out a little tiny snake right here and just put it on the top. And kind of mold and fill that in. Gotta put in some socket right there. I'll sit down. Less. Tamp this down in the corners. God damn it, and it wants to fall out. Start setting up, you can't mess with it too much. It's got to set. And that's the problem. You put it in there, set it, shape it, leave it. Always come back after and mess with it when it dries and sets. Take some of that excess off of there. So I'm going to let that dry and set, and I'm going to work on the other side real quick. Get this other one done so they'll set at the same time. Again, I apologize for the noise on the Dremel. Let's see how this eye's going to set, if it's going to fit in there or not. And we're about a gnat's ass hair off. And here we go with the, trying to plate this thing in here. Shoot, what the hell? Yep, we got a little bit of forward. And let's see if we can get this in. Just about, not quite, just a little bit more on the bottom. Not quite. Well, let's see. Yep, that's about it. This one's stick and stay right there. I'm just going to carve out just a tiny bit in the bottom. Even though this is a slightly defective one, I can't sell it and I'm giving it away to Kyle. Not the craftsmanship that I put in these things is the same for every customer, no matter what it is. Even though this is a defective one, it can't be sold. Well, it could be sold, but I wouldn't feel right by doing it. Um, the quality is the same no matter what the piece is. I try to put the best effort in everything I do, no matter how bad it is. In other words, if this is if it, like I said, this is a busted piece, so I can't sell it, and I have to give it away, basically. And the quality of what I do, even on a bad piece, is still the same as the production value that I give on the good pieces. I don't skimp. In other words, it doesn't matter that it's a shitty, I got to give it away because it's not worth selling type thing. I still put the same effort into the look and the production as I would a regular piece. So you get over $200 quality time for nothing, Kyle. That should show you how much I value a friendship. If I can put over $200 worth of time and effort into something I have to give away, that should say that the friendship is very well worth it. Wouldn't you? We'll take that putty, put that on there, and put that eye in there, and see what we can do. Now what we want to do is make sure that both eyes are looking forward. You got that eye there? You got that eye there? I just have to trim them up. Tamp them down, trim them up, set them in there. A little bit of putty on the back fill here. Only problem is you keep messing with it before it's ready to set. And the daggum things want to come out. That's just such as life. There we go. We've got one eyelid somewhat shaped, ready to go. It'll get painted over. And of course this whole thing will get another gloss of paint. Teeth will be detailed. Mouth will be highlighted a little bit better. So it's just a matter of working at it a little bit here and there diligently. Same as pretty much any other project. Just a different format of what I'm doing. And this one's pretty much set, or so it seems. Let's pull a little bit of that out. Put that on there. There you go. I think the eye sets on the animal, and taxidermy, and sculpting are probably some of the more challenging yet fun things to do, because you get the chance to make eyelids, membranes, that type of thing. And it is a bit of a challenge to make it look realistic at the same time. So there's a second one, just a general, gonna let it dry for a minute. First side, second side, both looking at the same direction. So I look down at the middle, make sure they're focused the same way, and they are. So that will sit there and dry and set, and then I will go in with some paint and tool up this whole thing. Hopefully get it off the next day or so to Kyle in Wisconsin. So hopefully that happens, and that's pretty much it for now. Just going to do a repaint on that and everything. Kyle, I see you popped in here, and I'm glad you like it. Your guy's still up on the wall. He's next, so that's where we stand now. I'll get this done and get it out in the mail. I'll pull this guy off later today and get to working on him. So that's pretty much it. We'll call it a quits right here for a minute.